All right, guys. You're welcome to yet another video series. In our Forex Made Easy Bootcamp. All right. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about support and resistance levels. Okay, support and resistance levels. Now, you would agree with me that let me just define what support means in its true sense. Okay, support literally means to help to keep something from falling. Okay, to keep something from falling. I think that gives the basic and simplest definition of what support really means. Okay, now to keep something from falling. Meanwhile, resistance on the other side means to act against, okay, to counter against something, to avoid something from persisting. Okay, you have to resist that thing. Okay, so that is definitely what support and resistance means. Okay, so in the forex market, how does this apply to the forex market? Now, price is always moving. Okay, price is always moving. Price is always on the run. Okay, not like on the run actually, but price is always moving. Okay, in at every point in time, price is always moving, except from the weekend days. Okay, but aside from that, 24 hours, price is always busy, moving. Okay, now, and while price moves, there are certain levels in prices. Okay, there are certain prices, or let me just say there are certain price levels that price tends to respect with time. Okay, now let me just use my drawing to give an explanation, but before then I would like us to note something. Okay, now we have dynamic support, and we have static support. Okay, I want you to note that. I would like you to note that. Let me just write that somewhere here. We have dynamic and static static support static support and resistance. Okay, I want us to note this. We have dynamic and static support and resistance. Okay, these are the two type of support and resistance, and I will explain that. Now, let's say this arrow is price. Okay, let's just say this arrow is price. Now, price is moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down, moving up, and lastly, yeah, moving up. Now, you would agree with me that as price keeps moving like this, okay, during this interval, during this period, during this point in time, you would agree with me that there are certain levels that price keeps respecting. Okay, there are certain levels. You agree with me that whenever price gets here, whenever price gets here, it moves down. Okay, whenever it gets here, it moves down. It came up here, it respected this place, moved down, came up here, respected this place, moved down, came up here, respected this place, moved down, and currently it's at this point here now. So you'd agree with me that this whenever price is moving, is failing to break above a particular area, that particular area is termed as a resistance level. Okay, a resistance level. Okay, a resistance level. Now, this is a typical resistance level. Okay, sorry about my spelling. This is a typical resistance level. Okay, meanwhile, when price keeps doing this thing and it fails to break below a particular price level, then that is termed a support level. Okay, so price, you get to see that this price gets to respect that support level with time. All right, a support level. So you get to see that price keeps respecting this resistance and support level. Okay, now this is what we call a static resistance level, because price is just static. All right, now we have let me just give a little space and explain something. We have three types of trends. Okay, price is, I told you price is always moving. And now, while price moves, it moves in trends. Okay, it moves in trends. Now, there are two types of trend. Okay, there are two basic types of trend. There is the dynamic trend and there is the static trend. Okay, now when price keeps moving, just like this initial illustration I gave here, initial illustration I gave here, sorry about that. When price keeps moving like this is a static level. Okay, this is a static price movement. Okay, it doesn't break above, it doesn't break below. It's just within that. It's more like it has been encaged between the resistance and the support level. Okay, that's why we name this static resistance and static support. Okay, and this is a static trend line. Now, coming to the dynamic trend line. Coming to the dynamic trend line, there are cases where price um for example, let's say price is moving high. Okay, this we call it a bullish pattern. Okay, or a long position. Okay, we can call it a long position or a bullish pattern. Now, once price there are times that price move like this. Okay, up, down, up, then down, up. Okay, now price moves like this. Okay, we term this as, and we would actually need to note that it keeps respecting particular a particular price level. Okay, it keeps respecting a particular price level. Now, you discover that this is quite different from what we have here. Okay, this particular one is quite different from what we have here. Okay, why? Because I stated earlier that price has both the dynamic and the static phase. Okay, now this is a typical example of the dynamic phase. Okay, price moving up and moving down, but even while moving up and moving down, it keeps respecting certain areas. Okay, this is now what we term as our support. Okay, why? Because price keeps moving below this place. Okay, it fails to break below this place, so we call this our support. Okay, our support. And now, when or let me just retitle this. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just retitle this, our dynamic support. Dynamic support dynamic support. Wow. Dynamic support. All right. Dynamic support. Yeah, so right here we have dynamic support, and for a dynamic support, you can also call it a trend line. Okay, dynamic support or trend line. Okay, you can also call it a trend line. We can also call it a trend line. Dynamic support can also be called a trend line. All right. So let me just title this so you can get to make reference. Okay. So let me just title this so you get to make reference, or you just note that down. Just note that down. So this is a dynamic support or a trend line. Okay, price keeps moving in that trend. Okay, you can see it's moved up, came down, moved up, came down, moved up. Currently, it's actually at this region. So this is an example, a typical example of a trend line. Okay, or you call this a support. Okay, you can call this a trend line support. Okay, or a dynamic support, any of them. So you can see how price keeps moving. All right. So this is actually more like a theory part. Okay, this is more like a theory part. So let's go to the chart itself and let me show you how this thing works. All right, so right here we have our chart. All right, right here we have our chart. Now, when you look well, you discover that price keeps moving. Let's take it from here. Okay, let's take it from here. Now, price moved up. Price moved up from this area. Okay, moved up from here, came down here, came up to this place, came down to this place, came up. I wouldn't want to it actually did a series of movements here: down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So but I'll just take the significant ones. Okay, it came from here, went up, came down, and then moved up to this place. Okay, came down to this place and moved up to this place. Okay, now we can see that this is a dynamic support. Okay, it's actually a trend line. Okay, but moved along a dynamic support. Now we can come right here and draw our dynamic support. Oh, sorry about that. We can come right here now and draw our dynamic support level. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, you can see this price respected, keeps respecting this place. If you get to see more forex traders, or you get to see forex traders often draw lines like this on their charts. Okay, this is just what they are trying to achieve. Okay, so we use these things to make informed decisions, to know where price is going to. Okay, so for example, if I want to buy, I can come somewhere around here. Okay, I can come okay, sorry about that. I can come somewhere around here and buy. Okay, I'll buy from this place, and then based on my prediction, price moves up. Okay, price moves up to this place. Okay, so it depends on my and on what the market is currently doing, that will inform my analysis. Okay, that will inform the type of decision I'm going to make. Okay, if I'm to buy, it depends on what I am looking at. Okay, and what I'm looking at is also based off price action. Okay, so this is more like a typical resistance and support level. Okay, so this is, I think, this has been an interesting one. Okay, so that's an example of a dynamic support level. So let me give you another example of a static support a static support and resistance level. Okay, so when you if you look well, you would discover that price you would dis- you would see a very typical price action here, where we have the support and the resistance level. Okay, so right here we have the a typical support and resistance level. Okay, if you observe well, you discover that price came into this zone. Okay, went up, came down. Okay, came down to this place, went up to this place, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down. Okay, and finally, I think it's also went up and then finally broke below here. All right, so within this region, okay, let me just give this a distinct color so that we can be able to see it. Okay, so you can see clearly now within this region, you will discover a static support level and static price action. Okay, so I feel like this explains it to an extent. Okay, so when next you see how price behaves, you should be able to talk about whether price is currently trending on a static scale or a dynamic scale. Okay, so this is a good explanation of our resistance, the support, the concept of support and resistance level. Okay, so that will be all for this video, and I hope this you really gained value from this video. So we'll see you next time, and cheers and God bless. All right.